part of the incorporating event HAZIP, as well as oral presentations, which are a key part of ISATEC 2024. Stay tuned for more valuable sessions ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, it is undeniable that the wellness and beauty trend is surging significantly. People are increasingly focusing on health, leading to substantial growth in this industry. For the Muslim community, it is essential that this trend aligns with halal standards. Today, I am delighted to guide you into our next session under HAZIP on the topic of halal wellness and beauty. We will explore how halal compliance is integrated into the wellness and beauty sectors, fostering not only ethical consumption but also promoting holistic health. Let's dive into this exciting discussion. It is my pleasure to introduce our distinguished chairperson for today's session on halal wellness and beauty. With a wealth of expertise in biochemical engineering, particularly in enzyme technology and industrial biotechnology, our speaker has made significant contributions to the field. With advanced degrees from the University of Wales, Swansea, and extensive experience in research, we are excited to hear their insights. Please join me in welcoming Professor Transi Dr. Suraini Abdullah Aziz. And next, may I please invite the first speaker, Professor Dr. Irwani Tazbir, Dean for Academic Research and Publication at INHART, the International Islamic University, Malaysia, IIUM. Next, may I please invite Mr. Alim Siddiq Gopal, Program Manager, Halal Industry Development Department of Trade and Industry, Philippines. Next, may I please invite Dr. Simap Kanwal, Institute of Nutrition Food Chemistry, Unit Mahidol University, Thailand. And the last one, please welcome Dr. Kesini Ketlekha, Assistant Director, the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, Thailand. A big round of applause, please.
Thank you, our MC, Ms. Sania, for the nice presentation to me and all the speakers. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, respected colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I think some of you still having your lunch. It's okay, we have to proceed. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Beauty. I think everybody loves to be beauty. Okay, today it is an honor and a privilege to welcome you to this momentous conference for a session of halal wellness and beauty. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all participants, organizers, and sponsors whose dedication and support have made this event possible. Thank you very much. Today, we gather to address an area of growing importance and global interest, halal wellness and beauty. This sector represents not just a market, but a movement ground in ethical, sustainable, and face-centered practices. As the demand for halal-certified products continue to rise, we see a golden opportunity to explore how innovation and tradition can harmoniously meet in this dynamic industry. Today, we continue our journey of exploring the transformative potential of halal principles in redefining wellness and beauty for a global audience. So we are honored to have 4 esteemed speakers with us today, and who are very significant contribution to this field with a wealth of expertise in their respective research area. Let us hear their innovation in the halal wellness and beauty industry. Let me introduce our first speaker for today. We have Professor Dr. Irwandi Jasuri. He is the Dean of Academic Research and Publication of INHAD. INHAD is the International Islamic University Malaysia. My colleague in Malaysia too. And Prof. Irwandi's area of expertise in food chemistry and biochemistry, food processes engineering, and halal food management. Today, he will have a discussion with us on the concerns over water permeable claims in wudu-friendly cosmetic. Without further ado, I invite Prof. Irwandi. The podium there.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Madam Chairperson, and very good afternoon to all ladies and gentlemen attending this session. My name is Irwandi Jaswir from International Institute for Halal Research and Training, International Islamic University, Malaysia. And in this session, I would like to share a bit with all of you concerns over water permeable claims of wudu-friendly cosmetics. As we know that cosmetic is one of the halal industry sectors that gain attention due to its high potential business. It is estimated that about $70 billion a year business on the cosmetics. And unfortunately, most of the Muslim countries are not yet the key players of the industry. If we can see here, in combination, pharmaceutical and cosmetic, in 2023, it was 223 billion. And if you look at this market outlook of the cosmetics, very, very promising. The global market for cosmetic, 150 billion. Asia is the leading region in skincare consumption, was 17.4. And in Malaysia, 3.2 billion skincare. And there are more than 400 registered cosmetic companies in Malaysia. The global market for cosmetic personal care ingredients was 14.7 billion in 2005, with a growth of 5% a year till 2010. And from our experience in South Korea alone, more than 2,000 cosmetic factory registered with the association. This is one of the examples when we conducted audit and educating the industry in South Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, when we talk halal cosmetic, the rules and regulations are more or less the same as a food. This is the concern about the halal cosmetic and the standard halal cosmetic according to Malaysian standard. So there are 8 halal standard in Malaysia, and one of them is cosmetic. Number 1, for example, do not consist of or contain any part of the matters of animal that is prohibited by Sharia. Do not contain anything which is najis. Do not contain something harmful. Do not contain poisonous to health, etc., etc. And of course, have not in the course of preparing, sometime during the preparation, not the material itself, or processing or storing, there is a mix-up with a non-halal contamination. And with that regard, there are some concern over the wudu-friendly cosmetic. Why? Because many companies now promoting the product as a wudu-friendly or ablution-friendly, which is sometimes is only a claim without any evidence. This is from our experience when we conduct audit. First, the concern or the first question is whether the product really free from impermissible ingredients. Number two, whether water permeability, the definition must allow water to reach the skin, which is not easy to get or to obtain, or nail for nail colors. Okay, and the last one, another problem here is that the common standard or general standard, which is very general, which is very common in every country in the world. And most of the country that employ halal products, they do not have the standard for water permeable cosmetics. There are two types of cosmetic with regard to this when they're promoting the product. Number one, breathable. Number two is water permeable. This is slightly different, but sometimes people, when they talk of breathable cosmetic, they for sure they said it's halal, which is not true. Okay, a breathable cosmetic are designed to allow air, oxygen to pass through the product and to reach the skin. So this is more healthier products. And whether on the other side, a water permeable are designed to allow water or moisture to pass through the products. And this is required by our religion when we perform wudu before we perform salat. What the water permeability? By definition, it is ablution or wudu-friendly cosmetic. The product must not prevent water from being absorbed by the skin, as this may result in wudu invalidation. So be careful with this. 100% must reach the skin. Imam Nawawi said, when there is anything covering a part of the body, such as wax or flour, a henna or others, if anything blocks water, his purification or her purification is invalid, no matter how little or how much. And be careful with our skincare, lotion, cream, etc. Because most of this product contain a lipid fraction of fats that may block the water to reach our skin. This is also two products which is critical: nail color and hair dye. Yeah, many nail polisher and hair dyes now bear a halal logo and claim to be halal. But from our survey, not all of them are really halal. They claim their product are halal because they do not clutter the water and are easy to remove. Okay, most nail polish that wrap around the nail is waterproof and should not be used for ablution. Or if you want to use, just remove it before your wudu. Nail polish is a material that is used to decorate, beautify, and protect human fingernails and tools. It is created by combining organic polymers with various additives. And according to fatwa in Indonesia, because when I see not every country got a fatwa on this, Indonesia fatwa Majlis Ulama Indonesia number 60 2020 regarding non-water permeable cosmetic item, they are allowed to be used. Yeah, we can use it as long as before the wudu you have to remove completely. The cosmetic item have to be completely removed, otherwise your wudu is invalid. Now, how to test this? Water permeable testing, because it's not commonly become the standard in all the halal certification. So even the testing also varies. I got this from Canada, one of the product in Canada. We can see here the left side, the picture left side, the water cannot penetrate the skin because you see the red bullet block the water, while the right one, in the right side one, water can penetrate because the nail polisher here are water permeable. And how to test this? Very simple. You just drip the nail polish, and then you put the water, and then you check the paper underneath whether it's wet or not. But this is very, very simple one. Other method, other testing, there are some instrument based on the anti-gravity theory, like German instrument or STME 96 water vapor permeability test, gravimetric method water vapor permeability testing standard by lab think. So certain lab they develop by themselves. So no such a standard yet for water permeable cosmetics. I think I end my presentation here. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah. Terima kasih Prof. Irwandi. 5 more seconds to go. Okay, we will have the Q&A session at the end of the fourth speaker. So we proceed with our second speaker. We have with us Mr. Alim Siddiq M. Guaipal. So he's the Program Manager of Halal Industry Development Department of Trade and Industry Philippines. So with us today, he will share about the integration of relevant policies on halal of ASEAN members countries for the market opportunities for emerging industry, cosmetic and functional food. So Mr. Alim, the floor is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. As mentioned by our chairperson earlier, Islam is beauty. And in fact, one of the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the fact that He's the most beautiful. He adores beauty. One of the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is that when we have the capacity, we have to be presentable, we have to be looking at our best. Most of the data earlier has already been shared by our professor from IAUM. I'll be sharing with you two general perspectives that may help in the discussion into expanding how else we can navigate, especially among our ASEAN neighbors, the opportunities for halal cosmetics. The presentation would be including this particular industry as an emerging market, why and where are the opportunities that can be leveraged on, and a little bit of discussion points on the halal industry in the Philippines, as well as how policy can be utilized to support this particular industry. It's not moving. The portfolio for halal industry development in the Philippines is one of the major and priority of the Philippine government. This includes the proclamation and statement of the President during the State of the Nation address, which includes his statement that we in the Philippines recognize Islamic faith and embrace it as part of our own collective consciousness. In fact, it is also cited in the State of the Nation address this year in 2024 in July. This is also part of the commitment. Most of you who have been with us during the Halal Expo in the Philippines, the first Halal Expo in the Philippines, we noted the development of this industry. And in fact, the Philippine government, through the Department of Trade and Industry, created an office called Halal Development Trade Office, facilitating this particular development. This already has been mentioned earlier. Anything that conforms to the Islamic law and the Islamic standards that is defined as or qualified as halal cosmetics. And the definition, for those of you who have been into Washington, D.C., in London, in other markets, you would see that halal over time, halal cosmetics over time had gained international recognition. And that recognition is particularly saying that halal cosmetics is a gold standard. This has already been mentioned earlier. As a global market, this has a valuation of $617.2 billion US dollars, expected to raise by 9% in 2024, amounting to 670.8 billion. The global halal cosmetic market size was valued at 42.39 US dollars billion, and in Asia Pacific is actually a dominated market. So this is one venue why in my discussion points I would like to introduce the possibility of harmonization of our policies, because for a while we've been talking about ASEAN integration, but again the question is, how do we really utilize and make use of it? In one of the data slides that I'll be presenting later, the answer is that we haven't really, especially in the Philippines, we haven't really utilized the value proposition of the ASEAN economic integration. In 2032, it is expected to raise by 115.03 billion US dollars. The Philippines is also a growing economy. It is the GDP accelerated to 6.1%, and the Chamber of Cosmetics industry in the Philippines estimated that their industry alone would be worth around 4 billion annually. So it's a good market also for those who would like to see or expand their market in the Philippines. This has been shared earlier. I will not expand to that. So these are the countries who can be our ally or a export entry for most of our neighbors who are present here today. The Philippine market, as a halal economy, we are the third largest in Southeast Asia, next to Indonesia and Malaysia. So it's also a good venue to expand your market in the Philippines. In fact, we're actually overutilizing halal production. We are importing 120 million US dollars declared value of halal food importation in the Philippines. These are the current number of the halal products in the Philippines. With our strategy for the roadmap for the Philippine halal industry development, we already have a total number of 3,000 halal products and services. That includes food, cosmetics, more particularly also with the services from the Department of Tourism and also from the Department of Trade and Industry. If you see the slide, we are currently exporting 7.3 million US dollars, and we also have 2.9 million US dollar of raw materials that are also used for cosmetics. We are importing to the following countries: Malaysia, Singapore, Qatar, Turkey, UAE, Kuwait, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, and Brunei Darussalam. This is where we are these are the products that we are currently importing. And if you see the distribution sources of the country, in the slide, we only utilize 2% coming from the ASEAN. So there's really a gap to really widen the opportunity of ASEAN economic integration by getting more supplies from our neighbors in Southeast Asia. Well, I'm here in Thailand, so in particular, coming from Thailand. These are the number of agencies that has been working for the promotion of halal industry in the Philippines. In fact, one of my colleagues will be joining you also later in the talk, Dr. Sales from the Department of Science and Technology. We've been collaborating in terms of opportunities to also maximize our bilateral trade relation and opportunities with Thailand, especially on your expertise on halal science. Our brand campaign, we've been bringing our products all over the globe. And this year, we have generated more than 137 million US dollars. So we really wanted to expand our partnership, and we would like to see this as a market opportunity for our ASEAN neighbors. This is the total figure of the investment or trade revenue that we have generated for this year, 134 million US dollars. I'd like to proceed with our discussion points into the challenges of promoting this particular industry in our surrounding neighbors. One of the challenges that we see is really the differences in the regulatory framework. So there must be a way to resolve this. If you see in one of our slides that I presented earlier, we are only importing 2% from the halal products that we have in ASEAN. So we need to increase that number. The other challenges that we have is the divergences between the jurists of the different schools of thought, reaching a consensus on certification requirements, and with the rightful accommodation of unifying halal standards, is addressing the need in protecting the integrity also of halal certification. So while we are promoting mutual recognition of halal certification of cosmetic products, we also need to safeguard halal integrity. And our recommendation is to create a halal technical working group or task force within BIMPIAGO or within ASEAN to harmonize our mutual recognition of halal certification and really capitalize on the integration of our neighbors within the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, and including addressing the relative lack of market information on halal and strengthen investment opportunities in BIMPIAGO or in the ASEAN, including the halal sector for export. As we see the promotion of halal-friendly Philippines, G2G is important, B2B is important, but we've seen a lot of collaboration with P2P. So any one of you who would like to collaborate or wanted to explore your market in the Philippines, we would like to welcome our communication. You can approach me after the talk. These are the references for the discussion, and you can continue to communicate with us with this, our contact number. Thank you so much, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr. Alim. Just nice within the time. I like the word Halal Philippines. Okay, we will have the Q&A after the fourth speaker. So let me invite our third speaker, Dr. Simap Kanwal. She's a lecturer at Institute of Nutrition, Mahidol University, Thailand, adjunct faculty at Mahidol University International College, Thailand, and her expertise in the biochemistry, molecular biology, fundamental biotechnology, enzyme technology, and microbial technology. She's also the editorial board of a lot of international journals. So let me hear from her on her topics: cosmeceutical application of algae biometabolite, halal, vegan, and sustainable prospect. Dr. Simap, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sureni, for the introduction. So I understand by this time of the afternoon, most of you must be a bit lethargic and tired, and you have been listening a lot since morning about halal prospects and AI and a lot of other technological development. So I would be, in fact, talking about a different perspective of that, and that is personally one of the research areas that I am currently working on. So as you can see from the name of the talk, that I'm going to talk about the cosmeceutical application of the algal-based biometabolites, or the products that carry not only the halal value, but also the vegan and the sustainable prospects that we are going to see here. So all of you are aware about the statistical output of the population density around the world, that the Muslim population around the world is mashallah, continually growing, and it's expanding throughout the globe. And definitely with the expansion of such population era, we are also considering the marketing of the various intrastate and targeted products, including the cosmetics, one of the very, very important products in all the gender, in everyday life, that we are utilizing them not only to look pretty and presentable, but also due to the beneficial aspects of those products. So it is not only the halal prospects. We know that the current market strategies and the consumer demands are also expanding toward the plant-based as well as the vegan products. And the craze is just growing day by day. And this is a good thing, not the bad. But one thing more that I would like to talk here is about the sustainable practices. Not only my university, that is a Mahidol University in Thailand, is considering the sustainable outputs and practices in terms of the research expertise and the outcomes, but all of the universities in Thailand are currently focusing on those prospects. And we know that there are a lot of the sustainability development goals, and they all are interconnected. So it is not that we have only to think about our own demands and what we want to use to survive, and to what we like to use either, but it is also about the environment that we are living in. So all of the universities in Thailand, they target to achieve those sustainable development goals, but all by the end of 2030. So, as I was talking about the vegan and plant-based product as well, so with the growing consumer demands of the so-called the cruelty-free and vegan halal skin care and the hair care products as well, we are currently focusing on the alternative sources of the development of those products. Another marketing strategy and consumer choice is also the nature-based chemical development. We know that most of the products used in the cosmetics are definitely the chemicals, so we are also considering about the alternative and more environmental friendly choices. So our research is one of those, is touching one of those aspects. We know that the chemical diversity naturally comes from different sources, including vertebrates, marine invertebrates, and then comes the green organisms that reside both on sea and the terrestrial environment. And blue-green algae, or just the algae organisms, are one such choice. I'm not sure how many of you are quite aware about this organism. It is commonly found in our environment, though they are eco-friendly, like they are environmental friendly. Eco-friendly means that they bear no harm in terms of release of the chemicals to human, but yeah, due to the anthropogenic activities, we as a human being have also really disturbed their growth and their existence in the environment, and they are also able to pose possible danger in terms of the release of the toxic chemicals into the environment, especially the aqueous environment. So the algae are one of the most successful organisms that are currently present on this planet, and they are existing in different life forms. They have different commercial utilizations and uses, and formation and getting the chemicals from them is one such commercial use. One of the very popular strain is spirulina. In fact, it is as a whole available in the form of the tablets. So there is no question about the halal origin, because they are the green organisms. They are same like the vegetable and fruits, and they are also like they are able to grow naturally. Even if you just provide them water and sunlight, they are able to grow by themselves because they are able to do the photosynthesis. So here I'm showing some more algal toxins that are carrying significant pharmaceutical value, and they are naturally produced by those organisms. We don't have to utilize the enzymes from the other susceptible sources, such as non-halal sources, as Dr. Vinay was talking about in his talk in the morning session. So these are like they are quite making us free of worry in terms of the consumer demand, in terms of the scientific utilization for the halal formation of the products in so many ways. So in fact, naturally, those kind of the chemical compounds are produced in those organisms because they produce basically, actually, especially to protect themselves from the harmful effect of UV radiation. This is a natural mechanism that the creator of this universe has got those organisms to get them survive under the harsh conditions on this planet. And we as a human being, we are able to make use of those chemicals for our own personal utilization. Other important chemical that are the source of the natural algal-based biomaterials are cytonemin. You can see here, commonly used in the sunscreen lotions, and even in Thailand, I have seen that there are certain chemicals and even drinks available in the market that carry those kind of the natural dyes and other chemicals that have the antioxidant value and also protect the skin from the harmful effect of the UV radiation, and also they are having the anti-inflammatory properties. One such important dye and the pigment that is produced by those algal strains are phycobilins. And you can see the very, very significant and bright green and blue color. This is a very, very excellent natural source of those pigments. And other uses not only include the formation of those dyes. My personal research target is the production of the two very important chemicals that not only carry the importance in terms of the cosmetics, but also in terms of the pharmaceutical industry. And those important targeted chemicals that I'm presently working in are GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, and ALA, amino-allovolinic acid. They not only have the value to be utilized in the cosmetics, but also they are used largely as an anti-cancer treatment, especially for the skin formulations. So here is a drink that I was talking about. It's a very popular drink you can get in Thailand. It is fortified with GABA, and as I said, that the algae are the natural source of this chemical. And another important chemical, amino-levulinic acid. In fact, this chemical is very expensive if we just try to go for the commercial production, because you might be having this in mind that we can synthesize those chemically, commercially at industrial scale. Yes, we can do. But then we have to reconsider the halal standards as well as the sustainable value of, in terms of the damage that we are going to make to our environment when we do the laborious and multi-step involved industrial processes. And this chemical is too expensive, and it is largely used as an anti-cancer treatment for the skin as well. So the organism that we are targeting presently is called as Senicocystis. It is the model organism, and what we are in fact trying to do is that we are trying to manipulate its genetic makeup by modifying its natural genetic makeup without having the interference from any other external source of the genes involvement to make it overproduce those chemicals, because the organisms are able to produce those chemicals in their external environment. This is a property of the algal cells. They are able to secrete those chemicals in their environment. So here was just too scientific, right? The pathway that I target in my work to overall manipulate the genetic pathway of this organism, especially for the overproduction of the GABA. And yeah, we were able to design and produce a very specific vector for this system. And we were successfully able to overproduce GABA, and we were successfully able to generate the strain that was able to produce GABA in higher amount and higher quantity as compared to the wild type strain. And at the same time, not only GABA, but we also have to be focusing on the amino-levulinic acid that I was talking that it's quite costly, produced via industrial scale development. So we just were able to enhance halal production as well in the engineered strain. So yeah, we have to focus on the halal perspectives, on the halal formation, on the natural formation of the chemicals, considering the sustainability of our environment as well. So due to that time constraint, I would like to end here, and I'm just open to collaborate on these aspects. Any students, researchers, and innovators who are just liking to collaborate and talk further on those chemicals and research work, please feel free to contact me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sima. Okay, we proceed to our last speaker for this session. We have with us Dr. Kasini Katileka. She is the Assistant Director from the main the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, Thailand. So Dr. Kasini will talk about the natural bioactive compound for sustainable halal cosmetic. So Dr. Kasini, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Professor Suraini, for introducing me. And good afternoon, everyone, and Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I will be speaking on the topic of natural bioactive compounds for sustainable halal cosmetic. So, what is the bioactive compounds? The bioactive compound is the secondary metabolites that are produced by plants or fungi or algae and something like this. This is very useful for health and very many benefits on health, so that it can be used in many kinds of applications, for example, in the food manufacturers, cosmetic and manufacturers, and so on. And this figure shows the types or the class of the plant bioactive compound that naturally found in the plants. There may be a group of the phenolic compound or polyphenols, and also the flavonoids, and also a terpenes group of bioactive compounds, and also the alkaloid group of the bioactive compounds and the glycoside. These are the classes of the bioactive compound that's commonly found in the plants. However, there are challenges and concerns in the commercializations of the bioactive compounds from the agricultures. The first thing that I have to focus is that the extractions and the production challenges. Because the bioactive compound presents a very low concentrations in the plants, so sometimes the extraction method is very important to be concerned. And also for the scalabilities of the bioactive compounds from the agricultural-based products. And also we have to concern for the cost that can be comes from the techniques that we use for the extractions and purification process. And also the standardizations issue, which is because of the variabilities of the plants, the seasoning, and so on, so that we have to standardize the plants, the raw materials that we are going to use. And second thing that we have to concern is that the sustainabilities and the environmental impacts. Because the large scale of the productions may be cause some harvest and land and waters to be used for the crop. So we have to concern for the resource use, and also for the waste management and the over exploitation of the crop as well. Third concerns is about the technologies and the knowledge gap. Because there are limited research on mechanisms of using these kinds of bioactive compounds in the products. And also, these kinds of bioactive compounds usually unstable, sensitive to light or sensitive to the high temperatures. So we have to make them more stable before use. So the stability issue is one of the concerns. And also the delivery system, because most of the bioactive compound usually waters like hydrophilic. So means that when to permeate into the skin, we have to combine, or we have to make a system to deliver them to the target compounds or to the membrane skin. So the delivery system is one of the concerns for using the bioactive compound from the agricultural-based products. The fourth thing is about the regulations and the safety concern, because of the lack of the information and also the difference of the regulations among the country, and also the safety and the toxicity. Even though they are natural, but they are not naturally safe because of the dose and so on. And also health claim and validation sometimes needs to have more research, and also the study of the effects of this compound. We have to concern for the long-term effects of them. And this is one of the concerns also. And also in terms of the economics and market constraint, because the perceptions of the consumer for the agricultural-based products, or sometimes from the waste-based products, we have to educate to the consumer for these kinds of things. This is one of our research here at the Halal Science Center of Chulalongkorn University, study on the use of the ungraded green coffee bean. This is the coffee bean that failed to meet the required standards for the export or commercialization due to the defects in size, colors, or appearance. So, however, they contain very good bioactive compounds, secondary metabolites. Chlorogenic acid is the major bioactive compound that found in the ungraded green coffee bean. So we extract using the solvent extractions, 80% ethanol as a solvent extraction to get a good yield for the extract. And then we found that, and we calculate for the phenolic compound contents that we have from this ungraded compound. This is one of the thing that we have done in our lab at the Halal Science Center of Chulalongkorn University. There is a case of the use of the ethanol in the extractions of the bioactive compounds, because some people may concern about the use of the ethanol as a solvent for the extraction. It has been discussed in many states related to Halal's requirement, Halal standard requirement. But we come up with the answer that we can use the ethanol as a solvent because they will be removed after the extractions. And it is because they consider as safe solvents. Okay, and this is the effects of the ungraded green coffee bean for the accumulations of the fat. So we study the inhibitions of the fat accumulations by the ungraded green coffee bean and found that it is lower in inhibitions of the fat accumulation when using the lower contents of the green coffee bean extract. So this is a dose response manners. And this is the pictures of the fat accumulations and demonstrate the effects of the green coffee bean extract on fat accumulation in 3T3L1 cells. With the reds shows the accumulations of the fat. You can see that in the negative control, there will be a red strain. It is on the right, on the top. At right, this is the negative control, and when applying when treated with the ungraded coffee bean, it's found that the inhibition is found a good inhibitions of the fat accumulations in the cells. This is another research that we have done for the waste product from the Hom Thong Pathum banana peel extract. The banana peel is not using for food industry actually. It can be used in the animal feed product in animal feed industry. So it's quite something like low value. So we try to add the value to this peel. This banana peel. So we try to extract the flavonoid from the banana peels and found a good content in the flavonoid contents. And this is the anti-inflammatory effects of the extract from the banana peels of Hom Thong Pathum, and found that it is in a good anti-inflammatory effects on the cells, and also the inhibitions of the TNF-alpha, which is the cytokines, is also have a good in response. It can inhibit corresponding to 73% of inhibitions. Okay, so this is the conclusions of the talks. So natural bioactive compound derived from the agricultural source, such as banana peels or ungraded green coffee beans and other plant-based extract, offer a promising potentials for the development of sustainable and halal certified products or halal certified cosmetics. And these compounds exhibit significant anti-obesity, antioxidants, anti-aging, and anti-inflammatory properties, making them highly valuable in healthcare, cosmetics, and functional food industry. And although using agricultural byproducts like bio-waste and support sustainability and the circular economies by reducing environment impact and adding values to underused resource, there are still a challenge when it comes to commercialization of bioactive compounds. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kasini. I call Dr. Farida. Okay, we have about 8 minutes for Q&A. I can take the question from the floor. Any questions?
Assalamu alaikum. My question is with Brother Dr. Irwandi. On the same topic, I have 2 questions. Number 1 is, as you said that the simple test to test the breathable nail polish, to put the water. I saw this in 2016 in Thailand itself, that some companies are selling the nail polish by saying it's breathable. And to put the nail polish on a tissue paper, then they put the water on that, and if it is passing, then it is a breathable nail polish. My question is that, when we put like that, it takes at least 5 to 7 seconds to pass through the tissue paper, number 1. So is it going to be the same when we are doing wudu or the ghusl, that the water needs to be stopped at the nail polish for that much of time to pass out? Number 1. Number 2 is, about this issue, I speak with some scholars. One is Dr. Ali Ahmad Mashail, the Grand Mufti at the Islamic Affairs and Charitable Activities Department in Dubai. I asked about him about the breathable nail polishes. What he said that any nail polish which is getting discolored in a period of time, that is permissible, and anything you are trying to pull out and it is coming as a cover from the nails, then it is not permissible. So I need the answer for these 2 questions, please.
Thank you, Dr. Najim, for the questions. Number 1 is from our research. Yes, it takes more or less the same time to pass through the water until it to be tested, yeah, for the products. But mostly for halal concern, we are looking into the water permeable. This is what the trend now. I think Indonesia and Malaysia, the certification body trying to get this testing, yeah, for the audit purposes, but it's not generally used, yeah, by those certification bodies yet. So that the standard, this was what I mentioned just now, the standard is still not so fixed and clear and varies among the countries. The second question, yeah, I think is different scholars got a different opinion on this. With regard to the nail polisher, I agreed with what I presented just now. That's why I caught in my presentation that whatever that block the water to reach the skin is allowable to use. This according Fatwa Indonesia, allowable to use. But if you want to perform wudu, you need to remove it completely so that the water can reach your skin or your nail, and then your prayer is inshallah acceptable. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Irwandi. So I will allow only 1 question from the floor because we are have a constraint of time. Any question from the floor to any of our speakers? No question? Everybody satisfied with wellness and beauty? We love beauty, right? Okay, if there's no more question, I would like to thank our speakers with our normal way. And I pass back the floor to our MC, Miss Sanya. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Suraini Abdulaziz. Next will be a session of presenting certificates of appreciation to our chairperson and speakers. Following that, we will have a group photo. Therefore, we kindly ask that you remain on the stage for a moment after receiving the certificates of appreciation. Now, may I please invite Ms. Monrudi Khemtham, Director of Administrative of the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, Thailand, on the stage to present the certificates of appreciation to the chairperson and speakers. To begin with, may I invite Ms. Monrudi to present the certificate of appreciation to Professor Dr. Suraini Abdulaziz, Professor at Faculty of Biotechnology and Biomolecular Science, University Putra, Malaysia. And next, may I please invite Ms. Monrudi to present the certificate of appreciation to Professor Dr. Irwandi Jazwir, Dean for Academic Research and Publication at INHART, the International Islamic University Malaysia, IIUM Malaysia. Next, may I invite Ms. Monrudi to present the certificate of appreciation to Mr. Alim Siddiq Gopal, Program Manager Halal Industry Development Department of Trade and Industry Philippines. And next, may I please invite Ms. Monridi to present the certificate of appreciation to Dr. Simap Kanwal, Institute of Nutrition, Food Chemistry Unit, Mahidol University, Thailand. And the last one, please welcome Dr. Kesini Kelekha, Assistant Director, the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, HSCCU, Thailand. Thank you very much. And at this moment, may I invite all of you to take a group photo together. Ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude this insightful session on halal wellness and beauty, let's take a moment to capture this special occasion with a group photo. It's been inspiring to see such meaningful discussions on the intersection of ethical values, sustainability, and innovation in the wellness and beauty industries. Thank you very much, and big round of applause, please. Next, I kindly ask all of you to scan a QR code to evaluate the session we just had. Your feedback is valuable to us, whether it was helpful, what additional information you would like, or any suggestions for improvement. This will assist the organizers in enhancing future events. Additionally, those who complete the evaluation will receive a certificate as a token of participation in the Thailand Halal Assembly 2024. This is a special privilege for those who provide their feedback. Please scan the QR code on the screen to access the evaluation form. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have a questionnaire regarding the selection of cosmetics. We kindly ask all seminar participants to complete the questionnaire by scanning the QR code on the screen through. Ladies and gentlemen, next up we have such an interesting oral presentations. Science, Technology and Innovation, which is part of the International Halal Science and Technology Conference 2024 or ISATEC 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, ISATEC 2024 20th HASIP is a conference collaboration program between the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, Thailand, and Research Synergy Foundation. Before we proceed to meet our three esteemed chairpersons and the oral presentations, I would like to invite the co-chair of ISATEC 2024, 17 Hasib Academic, founder and chairperson of the Research Synergy Foundation, Dr. Hendarti Dewi Mulyaningsih, to share an introduction on the global research ecosystem. Please join me in welcoming her to the stage.
Sawadee-krap. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay. First of all, I would like to say thank you to all the participants because there are 2 participants that already participated in this conference. They are also online participants, and there are more than 35 participants that already participated in online, and then they are also come from many countries. And we are here. I can see that this conference is not just only the conference, but also this is just as like a grand networking. So it's really great for us to have many collaboration in the future and after we have this conference. And I would like to share regarding with the Research Synergy Foundations, and we are here to support this conference, and also we have global research ecosystem that already created since 2017 up to now, 2024. Okay, next please. Okay, next please. Yeah, this is my little bio regarding with me, and also this is regarding with my activities as an editor, as an author, and a researcher, and also as a lecturer. Okay, next please. Okay, ISATEC is already been conducted with Research Synergy Foundation. This is our 4th years. This is a series, and in 2021, there are 117 participants that come from 11 countries that already participated in that conference. And then in 2022, there are 129 participants that come from 16 countries that already participated in ISATEC 2022. And then for the ISATEC 2023, there are 128 participants that come from, next please. Okay, that come from 18 countries. And for now, we have 147 from 15 countries. So there are more participants that already coming and participated in this conference. And I think this is more than 147 because this is the participant that already registered in our system. And I can see there are also online and offline participants in here, and there are more on-site participants that are already here. And then, next please. Okay, since we have the theme regarding with the digital innovations and also AI, so I would like to share regarding what we have already been done since 2017. Okay, next. Okay, so this is the theme of what I would like to share regarding with how we are try to collaborate to make a global research ecosystem, and then we try to support regarding with the SDG, UN SDG goals. Next, please. As we know, digital innovations as a catalyst to achieving UN Sustainable Development Goals, and there are 6 keys of SDG goals, and I just try to focusing in 4 in the SDG 4 in quality educations, because in that goals, RSF, Research Synergy Foundation, already support that. Okay, as we know, there are artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, blockchains, big data analytics, and cloud computing, and etc. And next, please. My apologize because this is a limited time for me, so that's why I make it faster. Okay, and this is seems like the topic, the main topic of this conference. AI is one of, we can see that in the knowledge management, there are technology and then people and then the process. And technology is created to make human or people easier in doing all their work. So that's why the combination between the people and process and technology, we should know that we should make like, for example, AI. AI is our co-pilot, and the pilot is still the human itself. So that's why this has become the concern in digital transformation strategy in the SDG goals, especially in the 4th SDG goals. Okay, next please. Okay, the question is, how we are here, I mean like Research Synergy Foundations, have been having roles and responsibility in harnessing digitalization to advance the UN SDGs goal through the global collaboration and digital innovations. Okay, next please. Okay, this is our global research ecosystem, and then, okay, next please. We are creating more than a hub with the more than 30,000 members or beneficiaries that already participated in our programs actually. Okay, and then it is already recognized also since we are also having like a nominee. Next please. Yeah, as a nominee as a global impactful leadership for the second time. The first time is 2020 and the second time in 2024. Okay, next please. Okay, let me share regarding with what is and who we are, because since we are here for supporting this conference, and also we are announced to the world that we are already having kind of spirit as the most valuable person in the eyes of God, with the usefulness. Okay, so I started with my research regarding with social entrepreneurship in Islamic context before I start regarding with the Research Synergy Foundation. Next, please. Okay, so this I can say that this is one of my dream, and also one of I have a vision that I would like to be a person who are valuable and in the eyes of my Allah. So that's why Corinas Anfa Umlinas, please before this one, previous one slide please. Sorry. Okay. So the spirit of being a useful person, and then in the eyes of Allah, and then we try to make the more impact to the society. So that's why I create this one. I create Research Synergy Foundation as a digital social enterprise platform. We are a platform that try to make collaborations, and we are also having like more than 30,000 members that not come from only from the academician, but also come from the industry and also come from the government. So there are many of them. They have a really good research, and they have also have the spirit to how their research can be useful to the society and humanity. So that's why we have many programs of that, and we created all this support system. Next, please. Okay, so this is a 5 support system that created in our global Research Synergy Foundations, and it is create global research ecosystem. The first one is ScholarVen. ScholarVen is the support system that support the main support for this conference, especially for the call for the paper conference. There are 43 presenters, and since 2017, we have more than 11,000 members that already participated in our conference. And up to now, we have more than 200 conferences. And it is already conducted in many countries, in 15 countries. And we have, right now, we have many forms of it. We have hybrid one, we have online, and also we have on-site conference like this. And And then for the upholding the integrity, this conference is supported by our reviewer. It comes from many countries. We have reviewer track. Review track already supported by more than 1,000 of reviewer, because this is kind of scientific process that we should uphold this, the integrity of all of the process. And it is accommodate also more than 2,000 field of study. For example, every conference, for this conference, for example, there are 15 or 20 research field. And we try to call for the reviewer for that. So that's why our reviewer is come from many countries, many research field, and also come from the scientific community. And then this conference already supported by 41 scientific reviewer. It comes from our reviewer hub, our reviewer track. And then Research Synergy Institute. This is our learning platform. Since our stakeholder is not just only the author or the researcher that would like to publish their research, but they are also publishers that are having interest to collaborate with us, because they would like to have some kind of paper that would like to be published in their publisher. So right now we have two publishers that already affiliate officially with us, Taylor and Francis, and also Emerald. They are two prominent and also reputable publishers in the world. And then Research Synergy Institute is made because there are many of requirements of the editors that the authors should know how they can adjust. So we try to minimize the gap between the author capacity and then the editor requirement. So this is to increase the eligibility of all the authors so they can publish in the reputable indexer journal like in Emerald or in Taylor and Francis Colgan or F1000 Research and etc. So that's why we have a lot of program as like coaching, webinar, and etc. And it's already participated by more than 17,000 participants. It comes from many countries also. And then Research Synergy Press is our publishing house. This conference is already supported by 14 international journals in our publishing house. So some of you, maybe if you would like, if you have already submit your paper, and there are some kind of stage you are being recommended in the journal recommendations. So maybe they are already recommended in my publishing house, my journals in our publishing house, and also maybe if they are the scoring, the weighting of score from our reviewer, it will be recommend to like F1000 Research in, because this is Scopus Q1, and then also in maybe in Emerald or something like that. So it should also having kind of opportunity to all of you. So if you would like to join in our conference, especially, so that you are having equal opportunity to publish in some reputable indexed journal. So you can browse. They are mostly already indexed in some reputable indexer. Okay. And then this is the last but not the least regarding with our support system. This is our global research community. And from this global research community, we have supported 14 session chair. So we are looking for session chair from this web community. So we try to engage all of the participants that already participated, and then we engage after the conference. For example, if you would like having like extended collaboration, because we mostly in conference, they are only 10 or 15 minutes only in discussion. So maybe they would like to extend. So we have a room for that. We have a room between session chair or participant, and then they can extend into collaboration. And then we can also offer them as a session chair or maybe as a keynote or as a talent, because we have many programs regarding with as the editor, as the expert, and etc. So we can also invite them also. Please join in our global research ecosystem community, because this is also our initial blockchain in our system. Okay, next please. Okay, this is our value proposition actually in all of our support system. Okay, next please. Okay, so how we do our digital social innovation process. This is what we do. We found there are many problems, especially in higher education, since as we know, social entrepreneurship in many countries, they're focusing in poverty alleviation and etc. But they forgot that social innovation is not only poverty, it's not only social problem in health or maybe in some kind of economic matters or whatever. So in here, we found there are, particularly in developing country, there are many of scholars, they have a really good capacity in research, but sometimes they don't have any information. They don't have any their lack of information, their lack of assisting or something like that, how they can publish in some reputable indexed journal. So that's why from this social problem that we found in higher education, especially in publications, we try to generate collaborative ideas. There are many stakeholders that also come having ideas, collaboration with us, and then we try to create digital innovation in our system. So there are borderless. We can discuss with many of scholars from all around the world. And then this is the value creation that we already created. So because this is the spirit of our culture of organization in Research Synergy Foundation, Korinas Anfa Uhumlinas. So we try to create the impact. This is the value creation that we are already created. From the problem we try to solve, and then from the solving, we create the social value creation, or it's called it global impact. So this is the impact that we already did. So we try to share this spirit. Please being a person who are most valuable in the eyes of our God. Because the most valuable person is not the person who are richest, who are smartest, and etc. But they are having useful. They are having many impact to many people. So this is the spirit that we are trying to share regarding with what we have already been done. And then next, please. And this is our international journal that already supported this conference. And okay, next, please. And we proudly announced that 9 of our journals already are indexed in Copernicus. Next, please. Okay. And there will be more to come because there are many of indexers. We have many. You can browsing all of our indexed journals. And then please, everyone here, you have any equal opportunity to publish in our journal because most of our journal have the 0 APC. Because we're trying to support all the scholars, particularly from developing countries. So most of our program is free. And we are also open for the collaboration. If your university would like to manage conference, manage the journal and etc., you can consult with us because we have any experience on that. Okay, next please. Okay, and this is also one of our achievements because our stakeholder, as like publisher, THAILAND and Francis, they are already having official partnership with us. For the THAILAND and Francis, we are already partnering since 2020 as one of the advisory gateway in F1000 research. So you can browse in their website in F1000 research because this is Scopus Q1. So this is maybe for the researcher that come from the biochemia and also from the nature science and life science. It is really popular. So we are a part of it. We are one of the advisory gateway in F1000 research. And then this year, we have collaboration officially. We have already signed the MOU with Emerald Publishing House. Okay, next please. Okay, so this is the last from my presentation. My apologies because I'm so excited to share with you our journey for 7 years. And then I would like to share regarding with the spirit of Korinas and Fahumlinas. Please be useful to others. And then we become the most valuable person in the eyes of our God, Allah. Inshallah. So I do hope that you can enjoy this conference, and please keep in touch because we are also a part of this conference. And then if you would like to discuss, we are here to be with all of you in these 2 days. Okay, thank you so much. Please join to our Global Research Ecosystem big family. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hendardi Dewi Mulyaningsih, for the insightful information about global research ecosystem. As the recognition and appreciation from the ESATEC 2024 committee, we would like to give a certificate of appreciation to Dr. Hendardi. On behalf of the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, Thailand, may I please invite Ms. Monrudi Khemtham, Director of Administrative of the Halal Science Center, Chulalongkorn University, to the stage to present a certificate of appreciation to Dr. Hendardi. Once again, thank you very much, Dr. Hendardi Dewi Mulyaningsih and Ms. Monrudi Khemtham. Ladies and gentlemen, currently we are preparing to start the academic oral presentations. All presenters, please prepare yourself to present your research. All presenters, please prepare yourself. Before we are going to the academic oral presentation session, please kindly fill the conference attendance form. You can scan the QR code shown on the screen. This is the conference attendance form. You can scan the QR code on the screen to fill in. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference aims to exchange and share their thoughts and findings in various spectrums of Halal science and technology, industry and business for oral, physical and virtual presentation in academic session of Thailand Halal Assembly 2024. The international conference will be held hybrid live on-site from Bangkok, Thailand and virtual through Zoom platform today and tomorrow 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have distinguished chairpersons, 3 distinguished chairpersons. First, Professor Dr. Sirichai Adisakwathana, Head of Cytochemical and Functional Food Research Unit for Clinical Nutrients, Chulalongkorn University, Thailand. And the second is Dr. Simap Kanwal, Institute of Nutrition Food Chemistry Unit, Mahidol University, Thailand. And the last one is Professor Dr. Ahmed Youssef, Professor of Packaging and Packing Materials, National Research Center, Doki, Cairo, Egypt. Moving on to the academic oral presentation session. Today's session, we have 2 presentations from track science, technology, and innovation. Before they sharing the session, allow me to read their profile first. For this first one, Professor Dr. Sirichai Adisakwathana. He is the head of the Cytochemical and Functional Food Research Unit for Clinical Nutrition at Chulalongkorn University, Thailand. His expertise includes nutrition and dietetics, psychochemicals, and functional foods. And the second is Dr. Simap Kanwal, is a distinguished academic and researcher specializing in biochemistry, molecular biology, biotechnology, and enzyme technology. And the last one is Professor Dr. Ahmed Youssef. He is head of Packaging Materials Department at National Research Center. He serves as the Vice President of Conference Unite at National Research Center. Ladies and gentlemen, in this session, as I told you that we have 2 presentation lineup. I would like to kindly remind all the presentation rules. Each presenter will have a total of 10 minutes, with 8 minutes dedicated to their presentation and 2 minutes for Q&A with the chairpersons. There will be a single ring when there's 1 minute remaining in the presentation. 2 rings will signal when the presentation time is up after 8 minutes. Additional, 2 more rings will sound when the Q&A session time is over, completing the full 10 minutes time frame. I kindly ask everyone to be mindful of the time to ensure we stay on schedule. Thank you for your cooperation. At this point, I would like to invite the chairpersons to take over and proceed with this session. Please, the floor is yours.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our academic oral presentations. That we have only 2 presenters today. So the first presenter, she's come from Indonesia. The title for presentations today is the functional property and nutritional values of the local hyacinth bean. Protein are isolated, a potential halal ingredient substitutes. Okay, please join me to give a warm welcome to Mrs. Atika Yadiani Ishani.
Okay. Okay, thank you for the opportunity. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and a privilege for me to stand at the Thailand Halal Assembly 2024. Today, I'm excited to share our research titled Functional Properties and Nutritional Value of Local Hyacinth Bean Lap-Lap Purpose Sweet Protein Isolate, a potential halal ingredient substitute. This study is investigated the remarkable potential of a locally sourced legume for Indonesia, the hyacinth bean, as a sustainable and halal compliant alternative to conventional protein ingredient. Hyacinth bean, an often underutilized crop, has a rich nutritional profile and unique functional properties, making it a promising candidate for incorporated into halal certified food product. Besides, it has a nutritional profile like carbohydrate and protein, and the anti-nutrition composition could be removed before utilization by soaking in water for 20 hours. Hyacinth bean protein isolate, rich nutritional, and then it has good and unique functional properties like water holding capacity and oil holding capacity, emulsifier forming contributed by protein fraction like albumin, globulin, prolamine, and glutamine. So it has potential as halal ingredient substitution of hyacinth bean protein isolate. And then we know that protein isolate from animals has a critical point from the source and southerners that functional protein from hyacinth bean shown that versatile to patty, burger, soup, and then sausage, nugget. We evaluate the functional properties of hyacinth bean protein isolate, like VHC, water holding capacity, oil holding, emulsifying, and foaming, also and stability. And then the method from our research is we isolation the HBPI, and then after we isolation, we get the isolate, and then the process of the extraction. First, we remove all the cyanuric acid and then phytic acid, and then we milling and defatting. After that, we analyze the solubility and the protein precipitation by pH adjustment. And then after that, we analyze also the functional properties. The result from our research is that's carbohydrate, fat, and then the anti-nutritional compound in the hyacinth bean decrease when it's become a protein isolate, and then the protein increase when he become a protein isolate. This protein content is non-oilseed ligand, which contain a moderate amount of protein. Soaking treatment was performed on the beans to reduce toxic and anti-nutritional compound. And then this the protein extraction curve of hyacinth bean. The results show the variation in the protein solubility across pH level and presented in the accompanying in this graph. Protein solubility increased with rising pH at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then at pH 12, solubility decrease because there's a denaturation of the protein, and then at the isoelectric point, pH 4, proteins carry equal positive and negative charge. And then the functional properties of hyacinth bean protein isolate, it's as a food ingredient, play important role in shaping the metric and the three-dimensional structure of food product. Functional properties higher than soy protein isolate. It has functional properties better than soy protein isolate. In hyacinth bean protein isolate has relative high water holding capacity because globular conformation change into irregular coil could reduce the polar amino acid capacity in holding water. The type of amino acid composition and protein conformation in the protein influence the ability of protein to interact the water holding capacity. And then the oil is because the protein with molecularly lipophilic or non-polar structure exhibit higher oil holding capacity value due to their affinity for oil absorption. And then for the capacity emulsifying from the related amount the hydrophobic amino acid to the oil while the hydrophilic group binding. That the potential halal ingredient substitute could see that many products can development with plant-based source protein, hyacinth bean protein isolate potential to become an essential ingredient in the halal market as a substitute for non-halal animal-based protein. That's function properties make it suitable for excellent water holding capacity, emulsification and gelling potential, making it valuable ingredient for food application to replace gelatin and non-halal stabilization. And then, if we break down insight about a halal critical point of hyacinth bean protein isolate, there are three factors have to insert of halal. First, the ingredient, processing, and the product. That's all my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for informative talk today. So we have 2 minutes for the question. I think so. Maybe invite the committee to give the questions. Yeah, the question.
Question?
Yeah, question. Yeah, you ask.
Hello.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikumsalam, Mr.
What is the benefits of your materials for the halal materials as a halal materials?
My ingredient from the
yes my ingredient.
The ingredient of hyacinth green protein isolate from the plant base, and then after that from the extraction ingredient also has a halal source.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. So, any questions from the audience? The floor is open for question and answer from Ms. Atika.
So I have one question for you.
Yeah.
So as you know, this is protein from plant-based diet. Did you determine some PDCAS or protein qualities of your product?
I'm sorry, pardon.
Okay, actually this is protein come from plant, right? Comparing from protein from animal, the qualities of protein is very quite different. I'm going to ask you, did you determine the protein quality, for example, PDCAS?
Yeah, like soybean protein isolate, and then the other we must optimization the product if we compare with the animal-based protein.
So you did not determine the PDCAS because this is called right determine the protein quality.
Yeah.
So, okay, did you do that?
We continue to the research for the combine the extraction method like physics, chemical, and then enzymatics for the to increase the potential of the hyacinth bean of protein isolate.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so next we're going to move to the next presenters. Okay, she comes from Thailand. Today, she's going to talk about productions of phyto-oligosaccharides with anti-acetylcholinesterase and antioxidant properties from chitosan using enzymatic hydrolysis. Okay, please give a warm welcome to Ms. Sucharada Kraisat.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I would like to present my research-based topic, production of phyto-oligosaccharides with anti-Alzheimer and antioxidant from chitosan using enzymatic hydrolysis. Okay, let's begin with the chitosan oligosaccharide is derived from chitin or chitosan and is composed of N-acetyl D-glucosamine and D-glucosamine. Nowadays, the production of course has the many methods such as acid hydrolysis, microwave, gamma oxidative, or enzymatic hydrolysis. And right nowadays, the enzymatic hydrolysis has much attention for the many researchers because of the high selectivity and lower environment impact. Okay, the keto oligosaccharide or COS has the acetylcholine acetylate inhibitor from natural source because previously reports show that COS can treatment of Alzheimer's disease by the mechanism inhibit the acetylcholine acetylate and antioxidant activity. Alzheimer's disease is a chronic neurological disorder. The main effect is the low the acetylcholine is the neurotransmitter due to destroyed by acetylcholine acetylase enzyme, and then if the ingredient can inhibit the acetylcholine acetylate can be the increasing the acetylcholine level leads to the Alzheimer's disease treatment. Okay, for in the experimental design of my research, use the central composite design and using the response surface methodology, and the experimental design is composed of the 11 treatments, and the study the impact the enzyme concentration using papain enzyme, using the enzyme concentration between 0.01% to 0.05%, and using the hydrolysis time between 6 minutes to 100 to 100 and 2,000 to 3,000, and then to study the impact of the percent inhibition of the acetylcholine acetylate and antioxidant using the ABTS method, and the experimental design using RSM use a full quadratic model equation as follows in this slide. Okay, the table show the results of the keto oligosaccharide after through the enzymatic hydrolysis. Show that it was found that the treatment for at the 300 minutes and 0.05% enzyme concentration is one show the high acetylcholine and high percent inhibition of ABTS at 4 milligram of COD in this experimental, and it was shown that the percent yield does not different significant. Okay, and the picture A show the response surface plot and picture B show the contour plot. It was shown that the percent yield is the high percent yield used should be used the enzyme 0.3 and the time around 200 minutes to 300 minutes. And next the response surface of percent inhibition of acetylcholine acetylate shown that the high percent ACHE show using condition within time the 200 to 300 minutes and use enzyme concentration at 0.05%. Okay, and the last response surface shown that the high percent ABTS of cord shown use the optimal condition with the time around 200 to 300. In addition, show the time which is factor A and some condition factor B, and the last table show the interaction between time and enzyme concentration. It was found that the percent U in this method show time and enzyme concentration different significant, but the interaction of time and enzyme concentration is thus not significant, and the inhibition of to these assays show significance of every term. Okay, and this show the pause of main effect when analyze the overview of the percent yield, percent biological, many biological activity show that the optimal condition show with the time 300 minutes and using the enzyme 0.04 for the produce cause with high with the biological activity. Okay, and next show the previous study report that the 4 milligram of cord show the percent emission is more than 50% is different from in this research. So in the research should be further study the other impact to improve the higher acetylcholine isolate. Okay. So to sum up, the increase of both of the enzyme concentration enzyme and the dilution hydrolysis was impact the improve the biological activity of keto-oligosaccharide. Okay, and the recommendation should be compare the chitosan from my research. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation. So we have 2 minutes for the questions. Have any question from the floor? Okay, sure.
Please, you mentioned in the title of the presentation, you ketozan, you production keto-oligosaccharides from ketozan. But I saw in slides you use commercial ketozan. And how to convert commercial ketozan to keto-oligosaccharides?
You mean?
You use in your experiment the commercial ketozan. Yes? How to convert commercial ketozan to keto-oligosaccharides?
And use the chitosan commercial